today I'm gonna share a little bit about, and then we're gonna actually, most of the time we're gonna be in a practice. So I'm gonna talk about learning to cultivate your essential, expansive self versus getting stuck in limiting beliefs. And this is some work that I experienced through sensory motor psychotherapy training. And what I want to say is that under stress, stress, which we are all under at some level right now, and I know that definitely in the Bay Area this morning and elsewhere, we woke up to very dark, ominous skies with lots of ash, and so it was a challenging morning. And I know that when we're dealing with both external circumstances and internal ones, we can find ourselves getting very stuck in self-limiting beliefs and kind of self-limiting states, if you will. So let me explain a little bit more about that. So when we're in these patterns, these beliefs are very limiting. They can be very distorted. They can be repetitive. They're usually characterized by absolutes, like this is always going to be this way, it's never going to be different, or I'll never do this, or, I can't. So it often has tied to very global statements that are ever present and that we hook into believing. It also can involve painful, unresolved memories. And whether it's the belief or a memory, it can leave us in a state of hyperarousal or anxiety. I talked about some of these states in other talks, or a state of hypoarousal, depression, low energy. So these are states of being versus our inherent traits, if you will, of being able to connect to our whole self, our light-filled essence, our beautiful selves. And I know right now we're all being challenged to stay connected to that part of ourself, like our core goodness, and definitely the core goodness of humanity in the world right now. But when we can focus on this essential, expansive self, and when we can connect to a state of relaxation, openness, flowing energy, feeling centered and grounded, it helps us to feel more present. It helps us to feel more alive. For some, it may connect us to feeling more spiritually connected, which I like to think of as a deeper connection to ourselves, a deeper connection to something beyond ourselves, a sense of awe, a sense of goodness, a sense of meaning and purpose in our lives. And when we're in this state, which really connects us more to our inherent trait, We may also find ourselves focusing on positive resourcing memories and positive emotions like love, joy, peace, playfulness, creativity, compassion for ourselves and others. So I'm going to take us through a guided practice where we're going to have a chance to in this moment or these next 10 minutes or so, to cultivate that essential, expansive self. Something that we can come back to when we're finding ourselves overwhelmed by the other self-limiting states and beliefs. So if you will, I'd like you to get as comfortable as you can wherever you're sitting. If you need to adjust your body so that you can really feel connected and supported by the chair. Maybe feeling your back and really in contact with the back of the chair. Your buttocks connecting to the seat. Your feet connecting to the floor. Feeling a sense of groundedness as your feet connect to the floor. And your feet and the floor connect to the earth. And going ahead and closing your eyes if you haven't already, or at least to keep a soft focus. You don't need to be looking at anything in particular or the computer screen. And then I'd like you to first contact your breath and taking in 3 or 4 fuller, deeper cleansing breaths. So that as you breathe in, you're breathing in a little bit more, a sense of calmness and ease. And as you breathe out, letting go a little bit more of tension or tightness in the body. So just continuing that on your own, connecting to your breath, breathing in and out with the exhalation being a little bit longer than the inhalation. And then to contribute to our sense of relaxation and presence, after having felt our sense of grounding, our sense of our breath as an anchor, as a way to release tension, I'd like to just go from top to bottom, maybe just to do a little gentle movement, particularly in areas where you may feel some tightness or tension, to just fully connect with the body. So, starting at the neck, often we hold tension there, so if it feels good to turn and look over your left shoulder, and then slowly to rotate the head and look over your right shoulder. And then to go ahead and drop the right ear to your shoulder to stretch the neck in that direction. And dropping your left ear towards your shoulder. And then keeping your head just in neutral, looking ahead, and do some shoulder rolls in one direction and then the other. And then maybe opening and closing your hands wide. Feeling your fingers, moving your fingers. And moving down the body, allowing the belly to be soft and relaxed. No need to hold tightness there. And then if you can, just bringing your awareness to your legs. And if you have a space in front of you, just to point and flex the toes. And then do a few ankle circles in both directions. And then letting your body come to stillness. And just noticing if how the body feels, hopefully a little bit, either a little more still, or you might even feel a little more energy if you were feeling sluggish. But just noticing more of a contact with the body. And then I'd like you to imagine some place. We're going to start with the place first. Some place where you feel, where you've experienced a sense of one of the following or some of the following. A sense of love, joy, peacefulness, or a place where you have felt playful or creative. Or even a place that connects you to the divine, the source in some way. And often for people, this can be a place in nature that connects to that sense of joy and peace, playfulness, expansiveness. Or it may be some sacred place inside, in a building. But allow a place to become real to you, and it can be a place you've been, or a place in your imagination, or a combination of both, that allows you to feel that those qualities of expansiveness, limitlessness, and cultivates a sense, again, of love, peacefulness, joyfulness, creativity, awe or wonder. And let that place become more real to you, seeing the sights, the colors, the shapes around you. Noticing what you might hear in this place. There may be sounds from nature, or it may be very quiet. Allowing yourself to notice any smells, sweet smells, salty smells, pungent. And notice what you might be sitting upon, or lying on, or standing on, whether it's firm or soft, warm or cool. So taking in this place through all your senses, and allow it to penetrate into you to create a sense of expansion. Helps you to connect to your innate wholeness and goodness, and the innate wholeness and goodness of the world. That leaves you feeling safe, peaceful, perhaps joyful and playful. And then in this place, I want you to start to notice how your body really feels in this place. Really, as you toggle between this expansive place, notice how your body in the present starts to feel. Maybe you feel a sense of softening, expansiveness in the body, an opening, a warmth. So allow this place to penetrate into the cells of your being. And again, noticing the particular emotions that are present for you in your body as you sit or stand or lie in this expansive place. Allowing you to connect with your sense of wholeness, with a sense of light and beauty. So I'm going to let you just savor this for another moment or two. And then I'm going to end with some words. So just knowing that you can come back to this place, this sacred, beautiful place, which can help you to connect to your true essential nature, to an expansive sense of yourself, to positive, heartfelt emotions, anytime you need to. And especially if you find yourself stuck in self-limiting beliefs, in painful memories, or in anxious or depressed states, you can come here and cultivate another part of yourself, your true essence. So I want to end by reading some words. And this is by Marilyn Ferguson, a quote I received in a training, compliments of the Sensory Motor Psychotherapy Institute. Our past is not our potential. One by one, we can awaken and leave the prison of our conditioning to turn homeward, to conspire with and for each other. Awakening brings its own assignments, unique to each of us, chosen by each of us. Whatever you may think about yourself, and however long you may have thought it, you are not just you. You are a seed, a silent promise. So, thank you for joining me on the call today. Take good care of yourselves. Be well.